keeps up. It's not bad. Now we could. Well, we can't do anything with the umbrella, can we? Wait for
I believe
somebody.
it angles that juncture.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, you're much better at umbrellas than I am, apparently. Oh, what do you think? Yeah, but if it goes that far, I can't see the backdrop. That's a problem.
Down, maybe?
Maybe. Well, you can't go down. This only goes
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Well, maybe some sun will come out here.
Some amount tomorrow.
Maybe. Well, we got two people who all just showed up. They have nothing else better to do than hang out on a Saturday. Woo! Butte, Montana. Welcome. It's the Beer Adventure Tour. People coming and going. Who all's here? Anybody I know? Anybody I might recognize? Everybody comes in, they go poof. He's like, what? It's got nothing to do with motorcycles. Just wait for people to show up. Probably ought to have a sign behind it that says, waiting for you to say, hey.
I'm here.
Wonder why that's such a problem. Wonder why it's such a problem to go,
Hey.
hey, it's a live stream. It's interactive. Why is it so difficult? Like a few people will type some stuff in, and then everybody else just like, I don't care.
What's going on?
Oh. Anybody here? Are you human? Type in the thing if you're human. Dude, you gotta slide.
Let me get over that way. There we go.
And we could even hug if you wanted to.
I thought that was just during our private time, man. I didn't know that was like going to be all out there.
Oh, dude, hug. Oh, God.
I've learned so much today.
Oh, somebody is communicating. And then as soon as it goes up, it disappears. I hate this fucking app. What happened to the rest of your posse? That's a long story. That's coming up. Well, it's not really a long story. I'll tell you. So, I don't really know what started it all, but Gary was really cold and really fussy, so we went north to Dinosaur. Carl got up all grumpy and bitchy that morning, and we got up to Dinosaur. I couldn't find my spot. I turned around, came back to Dinosaur. They came back, didn't say, hey, fuck you, Don, nothing. They just went south, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going west. And that's what I did. And then Richard was on his way up. We were supposed to meet in Dinosaur, I guess. Wasn't that the plan? We were supposed to meet in Dinosaur? And there's no place to camp in Dinosaur except in the freaking Echo Park, and I didn't want to go to Echo Park. It's 40 miles one way. So anyway, yeah. So Carl and Gary decided that they'd had enough of bad weather and Don's bullshit, and they went south. So, and now they're in Sturgis, having a great time jerking each other off. So yeah, me and Richard are out here having fun and riding motorcycles. What's up? Who is that? Mo? What's up, Motorhead, man? Sorry I didn't see your chat. Yeah, I hate this app. Hate it. But here we are, Butte, Montana, in case you can't read. And I just wanted to live stream because I hadn't live streamed in a while and catch everybody up. And this is Richard. In case you haven't seen him, you may have seen him.
Cheers.
What did we do? We didn't do a live stream the other day. We did a short. All right.
I think we did a short.
So if you didn't catch the short, yeah, that's it. We just wanted to stop, hang out, have a beer in this awesome town. We just came over the pass from not Four Corners, Belgrade. We've been camping outside of Big Sky for a couple of days, and the weather was nice, but there wasn't a whole lot going on. Yeah, thanks, man. Can I flip this up somehow?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. No, just put it up here. That's great.
May have to touch it periodically
That's
to keep it from going.
you're my new producer, and you
No.
haven't had any training.
No training.
That's great.
Low budget. You said low budget. Clearly, it says low budget.
Northwest Moto. Hey, Northwest Moto. What's up, man? Beats the scrap out of Sturgis. Yeah. I'm pretty sure anything beats the scrap out of Sturgis. And so we're camped outside of Big Sky, which is a nice town, kind of pricey, kind of a tourist ski town, I guess, is the best I can tell. My first time there. Your first time there too. Anyway, we camped there for a couple days. It was rainy this morning. It kind of spritzed on us all the way up till Belgrade, and then it started pouring down. So we stopped. Oh my God! We sat down. We sat down and had you had hot dogs.
I had roller
for
dogs.
breakfast,
I had roller dogs. Yeah.
and they had a really good. They had a bunch of sandwiches that you just pop in the microwave, and they're really good. Mine was like a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant. It's really good. There was like 6 people in line. I was like, I'm gonna eat. My buddy's eating already, so I'm gonna eat, and I'll check out afterwards. Go up to the register with my drink in my hand and the package to scan, and I go to the register. He says, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm checking out." And he says, "You should pay before you eat it. Otherwise, it's stealing." And I said, "Well, I'm paying for it now." He says, "Well, it's stealing." I said, "Well," I said, "You said that already."
Oh,
and then what did he say? He said,
at some point he said, "Leave."
"Yeah, no." He kept saying I was stealing. I said, "Dude, how can it be stealing if I'm paying for it now?" He said, "It's stealing." I said, "Fuck you." And I threw my drink on him, and he says, "Get out." I was like, "Oh, okay, so you don't want me to pay for it then." Anyway, yeah, that was a fun morning. And then we rode through rain for the last hour to get over the mountain range, and look at how beautiful it is out here.
Outrunning the helicopters.
Ooh, it's beautiful out here. Yeah, let me give you a quick tour. Yeah, I like Butte. I was just telling Richard that last time I was here, there was a music festival. They closed down several blocks, and it was a big bluegrass festival. I hung out for a couple of days and drank a lot of beer. And this is one of the places, the Butte Brewery and Pizza. Hell, I don't know if you're hungry. You might stay and eat some pizza.
I heard you got to take an order for us.
I hope their kitchen is better staffed.
Need to find out if we need to pay him first or after.
I'd rather have a stick in the eye than be in Sturgis. I kind of feel the same way. Brian was trying to get me to go over there because, apparently the time to be there is the week before Sturgis starts. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that sounds good. Except I got to go back that way to the 100-degree temperatures. And I'm like, nah, there's nothing about Sturgis that interests me except a handful of people. And, yeah, and we're passing all these people that are going that way. And it's going to be a big video. It's going to be a video all in itself. It's like everybody's hitting the interstate that way, and I've got film of them going that way, and we're going that way. They're going into the rain. We're coming out of the rain, and the video is going to be this is a teaser. It's going to be little captions coming out of there. Hey, you're going the wrong way. Hey, you're going the wrong way. Sturgis is this way. And yeah. So long. What's up, Nashville, Tennessee? Memphis, Tennessee in the house. What's up? Yeah, you guys aren't too far apart.
Nope. 200 miles.
Yeah, that's right. Y'all are on the opposite ends of the state, aren't you?
Nashville more mid-state.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I keep forgetting that Nashville or Tennessee is just this really long state. But it's if you're going north, it's what 45 minutes to get from south to north, an hour.
Yeah.
Really, really thin state, but really long. So it covers the top of almost 3 states, doesn't it? Half of Mississippi, all of Alabama, and a good section of Georgia. Anyway, what's up, Solon? Is it Solon? Am I saying that right? Yeah. What do the ladies look like? God, they're smoking. I will tell you, all the towns we've been in so far. Well, so. Big Sky, It's a resort tourist town. Of course, the ladies, high class,
High rent.
nice ass. Then we get to not Butte, but what's the one we went to? Not Billings. Shit.
I would
We
say,
spent 8 hours there.
we sure did.
It's
I blame the beer.
crap. Anyway, it's north of Big Sky. It's a college town. I don't know why. Bo. It starts with a B. It's not Billings.
Bozeman.
Bozeman. Thank you. Bozeman. Bozeman's a college
Bozeman.
town. Beautiful women.
Ooh.
Almost all of them.
They almost ride bicycles.
And they're all country girls too, so they're just smoking hot and nice figures. Yeah, so yeah, I highly recommend Montana. And we're going to Missoula, and the women in Missoula are just completely smoking hot. All of them are beautiful. Everyone calls me Solo for so short for so long. I like Solo. Montana ladies. Yeah, Montana chicks are hot. Totally hot. And we got 9 people in here? Wow, who all's in here? Everybody's talking today, too. Hook back up with a posse? That's up to the posse. They all know where I am. Carl turned his tracking off, so, I think Carl's being a little bit of a baby, honestly. Um, he got his panties in a wad, and honestly, I don't have time for children, so, yeah. Gary's welcome to hook back up with us. Carl better turn his shit around. He can go fuck himself. I love Carl, but I've just got a real low tolerance for children. Sorry, just being honest. um, yeah, I kind of miss Gary. Gary's, well, I miss Carl too, but shit, man. Children, can't. I have a low tolerance for children. Sorry. And we're having a good time. We're fucking rolling. Um, I got all the hang-ups. He's got no hang-ups at all. So, sorry to hear. Yeah, well, I kind of warned everybody. I've warned everybody except Richard. Everybody that I ride with, I say, hey, man, you got about a week and a half. I promised Carl a month. He said, man, well, so the long story short is I get burnt out hanging out with people and having to ask permission and doing your ride instead of my ride. So I just go, look, man, I'm out here for me. A week and a half tops. That's typical. Gary and I have been way over the limit. So I kind of start, I just want to do my own thing. I want to ride. I want to get up when I want to get up. I want to go take a shit when I want to take a shit. I don't have to ask anybody permission. And that may have been what happened to Carl and Gary. Who knows? I don't know. But kept his job. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, he took a big gamble, and so far it looks like the company is hanging on to him. Yeah, but I warned everybody. I warned everybody that I ride with. That's just my thing. It's like I don't want to hate anybody, and I'm not hating anybody. I'm just kind of pissed that nobody said, "Hey, we're gone. We're leaving." Yeah, I'm sitting out at the main intersection in Dinosaur, sitting there waiting on those guys to catch up because we don't have any internet, or at least we didn't have any up in the monument. So I came down there, and they both passed by me. And Gary turned in the parking lot and looked like he was going to get gas. And then Carl turned left and waved at Gary and bye, Gary. Did nothing to me, so I don't know. I don't know what they're pissed about. But yeah, so they're with the Sturgis, which is good. I think both of them needed to go to Sturgis. Gary needed to get some warm air, and it's very warm over there. Way too fucking warm for me. So anyway, feel that. Yeah, it's a lot of feelings going on here. But I don't care, man. I'm out here to have fun. So it's with people or without people. And Richard and I getting along. How long have we been together now? 4 days?
4 5 days now.
We got a really good story how we hooked up. So I got no internet in Utah. I crossed the border, maybe 5 miles out of town, no internet. So I just drive to the first place that's comfortable camping, which winds up being a rest stop. And I see some old crippled dude get off a Harley about 11 o'clock at night, and I'm like, cool, yeah, I got somebody else hanging out. And next thing I know, there's a hammock across from my little pavilion. And I'm like, hey man, I gotta go over and meet this guy that's riding and hanging in a hammock in a, some other complete moron is hanging out in a rest area overnight. So I gotta go meet this guy. He's like, Don. I was like, what's up, man? Anyway, good story. That's all coming. How long have you been on the road? Me or Richard? You're a short timer. You got what, couple weeks?
Yep, about 10 days now.
Working man, so he's got to go back to work.
At some point. Still need to call him and tell him I'm not going to be there next week.
Yeah, he's got a good job, good paying job that keeps him coming back, and they give him a little bit of freedom. So
I'm not going to complain about him.
Don't know people till you travel over 4 days with them seriously. I'm not sure what that means. That's not really English, TW.
I think what he's saying is you don't really know a person until you've actually spent a bunch of time traveling with them.
Absolutely true.
Which is true.
Well, anybody can put on a show for a couple, 3 days. Anybody can act nice, including me. I can act nice for 2 or 3 days, and I try to act nice to people the first time I meet them, and put on a good impression. But all that falls apart after about 4 days, just like you said. It's like, I'm tired of playing this game. Asshole's coming out. Here it comes.
I'm going to get me some. You want something?
No, good.
All right, be right back.
You must have been thirsty, bro. You drank all the fluids this morning.
I know I did, but that was a good beer.
Mine's like a loaf of bread, so I got to chew it a little bit.
That's why I didn't get one of those.
Yeah, Richard and I are having a good time hanging out, man. I think it's a lot more. He's a little bit more. We're on the same page and we're on the same wavelength, and I think that's important because the wavelength makes everything go smoother. It's kind of like, none of us have any solid agendas. Nobody's got, I just want try to find some good weather, a nice view, a nice place to hang out, and beer and supplies close by, and some internet, at least 2 or 3 times a week, because I'm still working part-time, and people get mad at me when I don't return their phone calls and their texts and their emails. What's up, Frank and Bama? You're a new guy. I've never seen your name before. Thanks for checking in, dude. Where are you from? Yeah, Northwest. I don't know that that's necessarily true. I'm sure it's probably true for some people. Um, Having disagreements with people doesn't negate my friendship with them. But yeah, I guess. Oh, hey, be him. Cool. Me too, kinda. I guess that's the Frankendama. Yeah, I'm not real uptight about how people act because everybody acts like a dick sometimes, and I probably act like a dick more than most people, more often. But yeah, there's that thing called forgiveness, and if you can't forgive your friends, you're probably not gonna have very many friends, right? You gotta be able to be a little bit flexible with what people say and do and how they act. And that goes for Carl. Carl and I have been friends for 15 years. And we've fallen out a few times, mostly because we just kind of drift apart, have different interests. But now he's back on the motorcycle. He's having his own adventure in Sturgis. Looks like they're having a good time. I hope they continue to have a good time. And yeah, they're both welcome back on my journey. We just got to have a little bit more communication. I think that's probably the biggest thing. I try really hard to communicate. Sometimes people listen, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they hear something different than, but that's all good. Oh, I want to put on my sunglasses, but I can't see shit if I put these on. It's like I see a screen there. This is painful.
He says, I hate to see the band break up.
Yeah.
I think everybody's doing solo albums is what it is.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
Everybody's
It's a solo
doing a
period.
solo album.
It's a solo period.
Yoko showed up and broke up the band, but we could get the band back together. We had fun, man. And you'll see, we've been having a lot of fun. Yeah, I think maybe one of the biggest issues though was Gary was getting cold. He doesn't like the wet weather, and there's a lot of wet weather out here. It's monsoon season, so now I think it's probably wet and hot where they're at now. So maybe he'll be a little bit happier. But yeah, He wasn't expressing any of that until one night he just kind of blew up and went, "Urgh, I hate cold weather. I've got arthritis." I was like, "That's all new to me." But yeah, it's been kind of, I wouldn't call it cold, but it's been wet on and off. Clutch cable's holding up. Repair number 5 is still holding up. Cables, man. I'm sure it's probably the kit less than the cable. The cable that I've replaced it with is smaller, but I've got 2 extra cables now. So the cable's not a problem as long as I can get those little clamps. And I'm getting so fast at it that it's not even a big deal now. It's like, oh, okay, it's broken cable. 15 minutes later, I'm rolling again. Just
I'm
hopefully I'm
running
not.
out of slack.
Oh, Gadsden, Solon. Oh, yeah, cool. I spent the first part of my childhood in Gadsden. I love Gadsden. I mean, not as a place, but it's beautiful up there. I grew up on the mountain, so I explored all over Lookout Mountain on a small dirt bike and bicycles and anyway. Yeah, showing someone's true colors, hanging out with anybody, you learn a lot about them really quickly. So yeah, true colors. Yeah, that even sounds bad because everybody's got the thing that they don't try to show people, and then sometimes that your true colors come out when you drink a lot. Like Gary's. Gary hasn't gotten drunk, I don't think, this trip. I really don't think he's gotten drunk. Maybe he's getting drunk out there in Sturgis. I hope they're having a good time. Looks like they're having a good time. At least Sturgis is no longer a mystery to either one of them, except it's not really Sturgis. We're still the week before, right?
Right.
So it's just a bunch of guys that are showing up early. It's not the chaos. Personally, I don't really have any problem with Sturgis itself, and it sounds kind of good what they're doing. If I went anytime, it would be before Sturgis.
The only time I've been to Sturgis was a week before. You could see it ramping up, but there
Yep.
wasn't that many people there.
I've been
Had a good
I've
time.
been after maybe 2 or 3 weeks, but yeah, I've never been close to the time. But yeah, I mean, I have a big enough problem with people that can't drive their car, which is every day, but dealing with people that can't drive their motorcycle, which is far more people than typical. People that don't know how to ride a motorcycle but think that they should be riding a motorcycle anyway. That's kind of, well, y'all were talking about the ladies.
Yeah.
There's this bunch of them that just walked in.
Whole
Yeah,
carload.
I would say none of them are particularly outstanding, but
It's been a long trip, Don. You could find one to work out.
true colors. I agree. We're all human. No, yeah. Hate to see the band break up too. Oh no, a rift in the Beatles. Those are good comments, y'all. Y'all keep them coming. Lots of trails. Yeah, there are. Well, I don't know. They're probably all paved now, but I mean, I left there in the late '70s, so I don't really know what's there now. When you guys would, no, we never skinny dipped. You gotta have some lines. You gotta have some boundaries
Boundaries.
when you're out in the woods with dudes. That's my boundary. It's like, yeah. Well, actually, no.
Well, I'll go public with this boundary.
No, I
No.
actually, I actually skinny dipped in the Green River with one of the buddies in 2020. It was like, man, I gotta go take a shower. I'm going out to the river, and we jumped in the river.
But there was like a 6 foot rule, right? Couldn't swim.
Oh,
with it.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Then
yeah.
we're good.
Yeah, he didn't wash my back. I didn't wash his. Yeah, and it was cold. Shit, it was cold. Moab, if you've never been, is typically 85 to 105 in the summer, and yeah, it was cold. Man, I'm surprised nobody's here. This is a cool brewery.
Fill it up a little bit, and there's a whole like ladies
Yeah,
meeting or
there's some kind
something
of a
up top.
part. It looks like a birthday party up there.
Got lemonade.
It's the basket case theory. If you think someone is normal, you just don't know them well enough. Well, that's very insightful. I don't know that I would disagree with it. Although anytime I meet somebody that's extraordinarily healthy mentally and usually physically, usually the mental health thing kind of goes along with the physical health. You take care of your body. You don't drink too much. You don't smoke. You don't, you know, you. It's always extraordinary. It's like, wow, I keep looking for the flaws. Where's the flaws? There's no flaws. This person's flawless. How the hell did the? Maybe they just do an exceptional job of hiding it. I typically don't hide my issues. I think that's why I come off so. I'm so prickly because I don't try to hide. You know, I hide it when I meet you. Oh, hey, how's it going? I'll be particularly nice and charming and all that stuff. But yeah, 30 minutes later, I'm 99% done. And most people can't handle the honesty. Hey, that's a funny looking mustache you got there, man. What's up with that?
Hey, well, it's the old green monster.
I must have missed it. Where are y'all now? We're in Butte, Montana, at the Butte Brewing and Pizza Company. Came here in 2017 and stumbled into this place, and they were having a big uh, bluegrass festival. Closed down several streets and went all the way out here, and it was 4 nights, days and nights of freaking bluegrass, and it was awesome. And they've got the stuff you can't see is behind this building. It's got a big mining thing on the hill. I don't know if you can see the mining stuff. See that back here? Let me give you all a quick tour. Switch the camera around. So yeah, there's the bikes. And that's the pass we just rolled across there, and it's rainy and wet and horrible and cold on the other side. And we get over here and whoa! And then here's some of the mining stuff that's down the hill. I don't think you can see any of the mining stuff if I walk around here. Oh, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, Butte, Montana. It's beautiful. Montana's beautiful. I don't think I've ever seen anything around Montana that was not beautiful. There's some of the remnants up on the hill. They've got, I think it's silver mining. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but it's a nice town. It's pretty good size, maybe 40,000, 30,000 people. But you can see this is kind of typical of Montana. Large mountains, not as big as Colorado, but they call it big sky country because you cross the border and it's kind of breathtaking. It's like poof. You can just see everything. It looks like the sky goes forever. At least that's always been my impression. Wow. Dude makes his girlfriend go get the umbrella.
I did go over and tell him they were in there. I don't think he cared.
He don't care.
I'm going to get one.
He don't care. He don't care.
You know what? I'm glad she went and got it. I'd much rather look at her butt.
Yeah, he's clearly a hipster. I think she's got the money. That's what the deal is.
She got the money maker.
She definitely got the money maker. Basket. Oh no. No, I'm fucking futz. I'm a hermit man because I'm a weirdo. Yeah, it's cool, man. I think we're all weird. Is it Butte, Montana evil? It could be. I don't know. I don't know that much about evil. Except I would like to go to, was it Twin Falls? Isn't that where he jumped the Snake River or tried to?
I think so.
There's
Apparently
the ramp is still there, and there's a little monument because somebody sent a picture. Oh, that was Alan. Alan was up there. He was trying to get us up here, and I was like, man, we're coming, just not real hurry to get out of Colorado. Well, Gary was in a real hurry. I just didn't know about it. So. How was the ride out there? Butte is way out there. I feel like everything is far away, that far east of Montana. I think it's just a conceptual thing. It's like what you've done. How far have you ridden? If you haven't ridden out of your state, yeah, it's a long way. But, the more and more you ride, the more it's like, you want to go to Montana today? We did, 3 states in one day?
3 states.
I mean, we're on the edge of 2 of them already, but, it's just kind of all in your head. If you're not accustomed to riding 200 or 300 miles every day or every other day, kind of like that's my thing, is every other day. I don't like riding every day unless I'm in a hurry.
Born October 17th, 1938, Butte, Montana. Evil
Well,
Knievel.
that's a good job. Whose was that? Solon. Yeah, good one. Evil fan. Well, um, I mean, you're not opposed to Twin Falls. We should go by there and
I don't
at
have a
least get a
problem.
picture. How
Yeah.
many people have got a picture of the launch site?
Not that many, I guess.
Well, the only guy I know of
Two
is
less than
well,
Will.
no, Brian's. I think Brian's got a picture. He was trying to tell me it's some kind of little secret place that somebody's giving tours. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I'd like to go. And then Alan got a picture. I was like, oh, okay.
I don't have a picture of that.
Headed that way in about 10 days for a month or so. Well, catch up with us, man. I'll still be out here. You're going back.
At some point.
We'll see.
When they
Maybe
tell
you
me I
catch
don't
this
have a
guy.
job anymore, I'll go back and beg for it.
Yeah, catch up with us, Solo. Hey, man, makes sense. I'm still a youngin'. Yeah, dude, I, I say a lot of things that people take them the wrong way, but it's a perspective thing. So if you ride a good bit, especially if you take trips like I do, you're the same way. Um, Richard just got back from the Transamerica Trail. When did you do that?
Did that last summer. This time last summer.
This time last summer, he went across on a much smaller bike than that Harley out there, but much more capable for woods and dirt riding. But yeah, what'd you have? Half the gear you got now, maybe?
You know, honestly, I had about the same amount of gear, just not the same bike. So there's a couple things extra I have on this one.
But you like traveling.
I like traveling.
Yeah.
Put
so,
miles on.
Yeah. I just like seeing new stuff. I like riding my motorcycle, and it's a good way to move around the country and see new stuff. Occasionally talking to people, despite the fact. Well, you like people, don't you? In general, you like people. You're a people person, kind of.
I give them all a chance. Yes. You know.
You're going to make it to the end of September. I am probably going to make it to the end of October. It really depends on the bike. We pulled over this morning, the second stop this morning, and push the bike over the kickstand and get off and start looking. There's water pouring out of my radiator. And I'm like, oh man, I got more troubles than a. And then we both said, I don't see where it's coming out of, and it stopped. Turned the bike back on. Temperature's not high, and I'm sitting there going, oh, shit. I can't. I don't really want to have a broken bike in the rain and the cold. Like, let's go in, sit down. If it comes back out, and there's no problem. So it probably just hit a puddle and it splashed up somewhere and then poured out. Looked like it was coming out of the radiator.
I think it just was in the fairing.
Yeah.
When it leaned
That's what I
over, it
think,
just
too.
purged it out.
Young lady, would you like me to get you an umbrella?
I think we want to sit in the sun,
Okay.
but thank you so much.
Well, we're sitting in
Vitamin
the
C.
sun too, but
Yeah.
I just it looked like y'all should be protected from the sun, surely.
Maybe in a bit. We'll see how
Yeah.
it goes.
Well, let me know. I'll be glad to get you one. Go to me. Definitely will. I think I'm going to take the 650. Yeah, I'm missing my 650 bad. Not on the long trips though. I'd rather have something a little bit more substantial. But every time I get off in the dirt, I'm like, ah, man. I could. How many times have I said something? Lamenting the
I missed the
disappearance.
Tenere. I'll be, every time we go down, I thought about that yesterday when we got up to our campsite. Everybody kept going up the hill on that forest road. I was
Yeah.
like, man, Tenere, I probably would have gone up that way.
Yep, you and me
Don't care
both.
what you run into.
You and me both. We'd have,
I have to be thoughtful when I'm riding that one. That's kind of a pig.
right. Well, I wished I could have gotten the video a couple of days ago. We're leaving camp. We're just going into town to see what's up, and he backs into a mud hole. I was like, no, 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 and then he just guns it and fishtails it up the hill. And there's just a small hill. I mean, it's maybe 5 feet tall.
Up and away.
But yeah, he's getting sideways and hits the only rock at the top, and boop, bump. That was just awesome. I just wish I'd have gotten that on video.
Like I said, when in doubt, throttle out.
And that's damn sure what he did. Loose hose clap. I don't know what that means.
Probably talking about the radiator, maybe.
Oh no, it was a big splash of water. Ridden what, an hour since then?
Probably wet roads anyway, raining off and on.
I don't see
Not
anything
now,
dripping.
though.
Well,
Rain.
it wouldn't have ridden an hour without overheating, leaking that much water. So it was water pouring out of some little cranny.
There was
cranny.
no antifreeze or anything in it, I'm
Right.
sure. So.
Dropped my RT 1250 and had to get healthy. Yeah, those are a beast, man.
That's a big bike.
Yeah, it's a beast.
It's like trying to pick up that Harley. You better
Yeah.
get your leg.
Yeah,
At
I
least
think
one good leg
I
underneath
think
it.
my 1200 is 600 and something pounds. It's heavy, and that's unloaded without fuel. 5 something, 6 gallon tank. I don't know. It's a beast. Luckily, you got those heads to keep it from falling all the way over. Right? Yeah. Isn't that where there's a large statue of Jesus? There's a statue of something up there, and I can't remember what it is. Yeah, there's something out here. Does ever take shots? If so, what kind? What does that mean?
I guess he's talking about taking shots a whiskey or
We
a
took
shooter.
we had shots that Mexican restaurant. Oh man, if you guys are ever through Buena Vista, you got to do what is that? Casa Sanchez. Holy crap! The best Mexican food I've had on this trip, and probably in a couple of years. And at the end of the meal, they bring you a shot of tequila, and it's really good. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
they try to get that next check out. That's a good plan.
You want the same thing when I go get mine? What do you want?
You know what I did? I told him what I had before, which I had the old number one. Now
Uh-huh.
I've had the green, and then I picked the lower left choice, which is bartender's choice, and I'm good with that.
So
Just
you,
tell him I've had both those, and I like both the number one and the green monster, and I'll take whatever he gives us.
okay. Bartender's choice once again.
Bartender's choice once again. Green monster is pretty good. Couldn't go wrong with the old number one. Man, you got a lot better.
10 days. Frank and Bama's here, so both you guys are coming out. That's awesome. Well, you guys let me know if y'all are heading anywhere close to where I'm at, and I'll give you a share map, location sharing on Google Maps.
Do you want the same? I'll go get it. I don't mind going get it. Same thing.
Well, if you can keep it going, I'll.
Well, I can sit here and read them. There's no problem with that. I can answer them the best I can.
Well, you got to entertain them though. That's part of the process.
I'm not showing my tits. It just those boundaries we were talking about.
Boundaries. Shots. Yeah, shots.
How about we'll do shots peanut butter whiskey later? I still got a fifth of that.
Yeah.
Saddlebag.
Well, we haven't been drinking that much except that one day. What did we do? We had a 6-pack. When we went into Big Sky, everything was really expensive, so we went into the grocery store and got some
Which
sandwiches.
was really expensive.
Yeah, $12 roast beef sandwich. This was one of those guys. But the beer was good, decent price. So I got a 6-pack of beer, and we sat out on a patio just like this, and drank the beer. And then what did we do? Oh, we were like, hell, we didn't live stream there. Though, did
No,
we?
we ogled. You did a short. No, you didn't do a short from there. Then we went and found a camp. Set camp up, and you went back for a phone call and did a live stream.
No. Before we left, we got another six-pack.
Oh yeah, there was
sat out
definitely
That's-
2 6-packs.
Yeah, that was
no
probably
question.
that
about
was probably a mistake.
I don't know, it worked
no,
out.
we set up camp. Then we came into town.
You did.
That's when you ramped up the thing. I'm having trouble remembering.
The ramping up was in
that was
Iowa.
that was-
or Idaho thing. The where we did the laundry at. And we went to the library. That was a campsite outside of there. There's just 2 different campsites. When we got to Big Sky, you went back to make the phone
Oh,
call.
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm getting confused. Yeah, so much camping is so little time. Next destination. Not sure. I'm thinking Missoula. I'm thinking we're gonna hang outside Missoula maybe a little bit because Missoula's a really cool town. Not unlike Butte. Yeah, there's some storms coming over there.
It's just blue skies on both sides of it. It'll be quick.
Yeah. So we're headed west. I don't know. maybe destination-wise, outside of Missoula, is going to be Twin Falls area.
See you, Charles.
Evil's Evil's launch pad. But other than that,
Did you get your new tire on?
I got 2 brand new tires that have less than 1,000 miles on them. I think certainly.
He's using every single inch of it.
No, I did good with that last one.
No, I'm just talking about going down the road. You got the lean on.
Oh,
I've been chasing. I've been doing good. I've been keeping up.
well, you're dragging floorboards.
I'm
keeping up
dragging
with me.
floorboards.
Yeah.
But we're staying together.
Got my rear tire on. Road Natchez Trace.
I like
Natchez.
Natchez Trace.
Yeah,
This
Natchez
time
Trace.
of year,
That's
it's
cool.
hot and nasty, though.
Yeah, hell, I rode it coming out here, which was May, and it was hot and nasty.
Yeah, there's. Man, I love riding it. It's like riding the Blue Ridge because you just ride. You don't have to worry about stopping until you want to. But it can be a hot mess this time of year.
Yeah.
If you're not from the Delta, you'll know what the Delta's all about.
Well, I'm gonna go get. What'd you say?
Bartender's Choice, lower left. Just tell him I had the #1. I liked it. I had the Green Monster, and I liked it.
He's gonna keep you
Entertained.
entertained.
Nice.
You're gonna see how he does. I want to report when I get back. So
All right. Well, you can always
y'all
roll
keep
back.
him straight.
You can always roll back the tape. When you rode the Natchez, did you start down at the bottom in Natchez and ride up, or did you start up north and ride down to Natchez? Unless it was Natchez Trace. I'm not familiar with Natchez Trace, but I know what it is. You gotta love the spell check. What's up, Gary? No, went to get beer, and nope. I guess the best part is yet to come. How is Sturgis?
But I'm doing the postponement of the Joe party. Because last year.
Don will be back. He just went to get beer. It was his turn.
And no, Tasha cannot dress as my family. I will be. I think we all dress as your family.
I saw Carl Short. He looks like he's having a good time. I saw y'all drinking a couple of beers. It looks like everything's good. I know the weather's got to be better than it was before I got hooked up out here. It was still wet in Colorado, for sure. And cold.
Yeah. And like all of us just are like,
I won't even say anything. I'll be like, Joe, like, the dog, like, there's gotta be a dog out there named Joe. And he'll be like,
Hey, there's a lot of sights to see. Trust me. I'll let him take another tour. You would be correct about the sound there. I'll let him, when he comes back, maybe he can do a walk around and catch that strategically. Definitely sounds cute, looks cute. What bikes are you riding? Don's riding his trusty Triumph 1050, and I'm on my Ultra Classic. I'd really prefer to be riding the Tenere out here, but I got some injuries I'm dealing with right now, so I'm riding what I've got. So having a great time, and so far we haven't been anywhere that I can't really take it, so it's working out.
okay, what's next?
Man, he must be sightseeing. Where's my beer?
They might actually. You just give you like two
Let's see.
words.
Let's see. I don't know how to turn this camera around. I'd rather be showing you the cute part, but I'll just make a mistake, so I'm not going to touch anything up top. I hear the girl looking at me. I'm have to pull that. Not yet, but give him a minute. They'll either really start laughing or scream and run. We'll see. Can't wait till he gets back and sees that comment. The Turtle Club. What was there, a line or something?
Oh, this must be Mountain King. Yeah, thank you for that. We're using the right spot.
I'm supposed to be entertaining. I'm supposed to here. Do this? No, I better not do that. Here. I've got 3 empties here. Come on. Garçon. Let's do this. Let's see if I can do this. Boom, 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 boom. I hope that's working. We can catch Don with. Oh, yeah. Hey! I was trying to catch Don, but there we go. I caught him. Here he comes with my beer.
Are y'all Montana girls?
Yeah.
I was going to come over here because I was telling my audience that the girls in Montana are just smoking hot.
Yeah.
We can pretend that
Well, so I didn't want to misrepresent, but you can say all the girls are smoking hot, and here's one from Montana.
There we go. That worked out perfect. All right. I'll let you set that back.
Yeah.
I'm producer, not director.
Well, you're doing good so far. You had it turned around on the
At the exact right moment. I just
you
turned
moved
it
it
around.
away from the ugly and gave it some beauty, and everything's good. So this is Green Monster, but you didn't tell me that.
That is Green Monster.
Okay.
Oh, got it? Oh, there we go. Both of them Green Monster? That's what it tastes like.
But you said you didn't know. I thought.
No, the first one was old number 1, and then I asked for the bartender's choice. I told him what I had the first one, which was the old number 1, and I liked it.
And then he told you
The Green Monster.
Okay,
Because
that's
it's
what I
kind of
missed.
like the number 2. So that
That-
is like the number 2, but in the good sense, not the bad sense of number 2.
All right, let me see what I missed here.
Yeah,
How
roll
did
it
he
back.
do, number 1?
Oh, well.
Gary, what's up, Gary? Get your beer down. I believe you're the apex of humanity. I don't know where that comes from. Apex predator, maybe. Didn't get a notification. Just stopped by. I guess I missed the good part. Yeah, you probably missed the good part.
Nah.
I
That was
got
the
with
best
Keith
part.
and Ben's on Friday. Are they still there? Just kind of curious, man. All my friends are in Sturgis, and it looks like y'all are still having a good time. Sightseeing on the way to the beer and back. Yeah, sightseeing. Yeah, it's definitely easy. Everything's easy on the eyes around here. Out riding the Rushmore. Oh, good. That's cute. What bikes are you guys riding? I'm on a 2008 Tiger 1050. Dude's on a 2014 Ultra.
Classic. Yep.
Here the girls
Off-road
laughing.
edition.
Don must have pulled out his junk. Thanks, TW. Love you too, man. Turtle Club. You're fine man. You need 3 more. 3 empties. Disgraceful. Yeah, how about that? Busted. Oh my God, classic. Hear the girls laughing. Don must have pulled out his junk. Great catch, as Don says. Get the shot. He's
That actually worked out.
He's a producer. He's a producer in training. He's actually got a channel, but he hasn't you haven't put anything on your channel yet, have you? Or have
No,
you?
not yet, but we will.
We'll fix that. So his channel is gonna be Scooter Mullet as soon as we get it fixed up. So you can't not remember that one. That's a good one.
Well, we have internet here, so when we're done here, remind me and we'll fix that.
Yeah. Let's do that. Pull out the laptop. Or, well, I guess you could probably do that on.
Probably do it from the phone.
Well, I need to get. I don't know what I need to get, but the dude's trying to talk us into pizza. I was like, that, you don't have to do a lot of talking. He said, we have food here. I was like, hey, man. Yep. I think that's storm coming, but that's just
See,
that's
there's blue on
dynamic
both
clouds.
sides. There's
That's
blue on
dynamic.
both sides.
Yeah, and that's a.
In fact,
That's
there's
a
blue on
misconception.
3 sides of those clouds.
But
I'm
you
good
also
with it.
have the mountains here that you have to take in consideration and all that.
They got an inside.
They get it inside, definitely. Yeah.
I don't know what the temp is. What, 70 something?
Oh, 74 maybe?
Perfect.
Yes.
I can't get any better, I tell you.
It's freezing hot.
Freezing hot.
Whatever.
Perfect.
Yeah, whatever's going to make you feel better about not being here. whatever is making you feel better about suffering wherever you're at. Everybody's home doing yard work today, I'm thinking, or honeydews or whatever. You guys going to make a move on the ladies? No. No. They would probably call the police. If they were 20 years older, I might, yeah.
Chester the molester, Merv the perv, moving in.
Yeah, Chester the molester, Merv the perv. Yeah, we can have fun, but we're not gonna be serious. I think if any one of us made a move and one of these ladies took us up on it, all the other ladies would be like, oh my god.
Yeah,
to be their
they'd shut that down.
Grandfather.
They'd shut it down. They'd shut it down.
I don't know, maybe if they drink a lot, maybe we got a chance. Yeah, so what are you guys up to today? We got 9 people in here. Who all's left? Did anybody show up and I didn't see them? Does anybody need a tour of where we're at? I'll do another quick tour to show you Butte, Montana, at least from the side, halfway down the hill, if anybody's new and hasn't seen the tour yet. Anybody? Bueller. So this is Green Monster. It's an IPA and it's delicious.
It is delicious, isn't it? The old number 1 was pretty good too. But I've had 2 of these now, so the old number 2 is better than the number 1.
So this is the old number 2?
But a number 1 and 2 number 2s will lead up to a number 1 pretty soon.
Just chilling in the recliner. Can't do much more. So you're doing this in the recliner. YouTube. Motor Giant. Scroll. Yeah, it is delicious. Yeah, we're having a good time. Yeah, and in case you didn't hear the first of it, we left camp and it was kind of spritzing. We rode 45 minutes and it started spritzing more, and then it started raining, so we hung out, had some breakfast, figured out direction, because we don't know where we've been camped. We don't have internet, so, but we got some internet, got some shelter from the rain, and I told a story earlier about somebody, the clerk inside the store, accusing me of being a thief. Accused me of being a thief, and I almost grabbed him by the throat and punched him. I'm sitting there checking out with my food that I've already eaten, because there was a line of 6 people. I was like, I'm just going to throw this in the microwave. Maybe the line will be gone. I'll just go over there and scan it in. It'll be nice and warm. The line never stopped. So I just went ahead and ate my sandwich, saved the wrapper, took the cup over there, empty cup, empty wrapper. Tried to get the guy to ring it up. He said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Trying to pay for my food." And he said, "Well, that's stealing." And I said, "How can it be stealing if I'm trying to pay for it? You can't eat it before you pay for it." And I'm like
a restaurant?
Okay, I'm paying for it now. He said, "Well, that's theft." And I said, "No, it's not. I'm trying to pay for it. Do you want to take my money?"
No.
He said, "Well, you can't do that." And then he said, "That's theft." And I said, "Look, motherfucker."
That's when I heard it.
Yeah.
I heard the motherfucker.
And then he said, "Get out." And I was like, "Oh, so you don't want me to pay for the food?" And I threw my drink at him. I was like, "Okay, I'm out." And I went back and grabbed my jacket, and you just bought another sandwich.
I had
it was
just
so good.
bought one of those breakfast sandwiches. I did.
So
when I
good.
left, I said, "Hey, man, do you need to see my receipt?" He says, "No." I said, "Are you sure? Because I don't want to be accused of being a fucking thief."
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, and then he was like, "Get out, or I'm going to call the police." I said, "You should call the police. Let's explain to him what a thief is. You know,
I
that's
did
somebody
ask
that
him.
leaves without paying for their food, not somebody that tries to pay for the food." Oh,
Oh,
nasty.
I never saw that one coming. I thought we were gonna sit there out of the rain.
Well,
Send
you
us out
never
in the
know.
rain.
You never know.
Send us
But
out in the
he was
rain.
giving us the stink eye the whole time we were in there. The whole time we were in there, he was giving us the
It
stink
was
eye.
shift change. The first lady was in there real nice.
Oh, I'd never talked to her because
That's because I paid for my food up front.
so you're not a thief.
I don't know. He never paid for it. It must be. Clearly, you never paid for breakfast, right? You had
No,
a you had
no,
a
I
drink.
always steal my food. Especially when somebody's giving me the stink eye. I always like stealing.
Can you, one of you guys, do a spin move for the camera? I guess you need to walk around again.
Oh yeah. Who said that?
Peeps.
Peeps. Spin move. Is that a spin move or do you want a tour? Do you want a tour of?
I think he wants an incognito spin move.
Oh, we can do that. In fact, it's much better that way.
Yeah, I didn't know how to hit that right button, so I had to go full on spin it around.
It's tough. It's really tough being closer
I'll
than
move
that.
over here like it looks like I'm in the. There we go. Yeah. Perfect.
Spin
Oh,
move.
it couldn't be any
Yeah, I should have
better
known
right
that was a quote. Spin move.
This is don't change anything right now. Trust me on this one. Just leave it. Just it's perfect. Well, it's less than perfect.
I'm starting to get busted now.
No, but that was a good.
Take meds, pass out, wake up, piss YouTube sleep for my 10 days till I get this tube out. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting who's who, man. Sorry, Motorhead. You're still recovering from the gallbladder, I think it was. Yeah. That's all you get. That's all you get, suckers.
It was enough. Trust me. It was the perfect timing. It couldn't have got any better in that whole. The whole thing. It was the perfect timing.
YouTube's pawpaw thinks they ought to get a haircut. Oh, that's your pawpaw, Dick?
Is that what? Yeah, that'd be my dad.
What's up, pawpaw?
I do remember when he said,
He is kind of a hippie. I'm just saying. I mean, look at this. This is the longest my hair has been in since the 70s. Look at this.
Pop probably doesn't remember when he told me my hair would never grow as long as his when his hair was long, and I grew it to my ass, as I remember, and beat him. And this is just laziness at this point.
Yep.
It'll get back to normal.
Well, I got some scissors if you need some.
No need. But hey, you know, I'm trying to represent the Paxton clan, so
Well,
cheers, Dad.
He's making you proud, Pops.
Which, you know, we're in a brewery. You can't complain about anything
Right.
I'm doing this trip, trust me.
Real well out there. Timing. Looks like it's clean out there.
They do grow well.
Very
Trust me.
clean.
I know exactly what he's talking about. there.
Everywhere you turn is just beautiful. The mountains, and the mountains are just beautiful. And on the other side of the mountains, it's raining and cold. But this side, that's all you have to do. You have to cross the mountains and you're golden.
Yeah, if it's raining, go to the other side of the mountain.
Yep, it's pretty simple. Cheers, everybody. If you're not drinking a beer, you should probably investigate.
It is Saturday. I don't want to hear it.
It's 2:30 Central Time. All you Alabama guys, all you Tennessee guys, should have a beer.
Even
Go
you
get you a beer.
Texas guys.
Yeah, go get you a beer if you don't have one. We'll wait. We'll
Well, I
be
know
here.
somebody's got a beer in his hand. Let's see. The secret to hair growth is protein in beer. Correct.
Where did I see that?
That's my pop coming in the bottom.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of hard to stand in this tough weather. It's sunny and 74. That's what I'm calling it. Let's see what the actual temperature is. Well, we could. I can't do anything. You can find out. You got
Let's
an
see.
extra phone.
I got the extra phone. Thanks, Waypoint. Weather. We're not in Big Sky anymore.
We got 17 people in here. Anybody want a quick tour of Butte from the outside of the brewery? Anybody? You got to chime in if you.
Say yes.
The humidity here is awful. Yeah, that's why I'm not in Alabama. Jeez, it's yeah. Humidity and heat combined make for a swamp. Todd's probably out doing something. Who knows? Yeah. If you're new and you haven't been to Butte, Montana, I'll walk around the parking lot and show you what's cool about the town. It's really hard to see what's cool about the town from. This is kind of the far side. We're on the eastern side of town.
Let me see the view outside the patio. That's what Gary asked for.
Let's go.
You gotta see the inside of the patio first.
Let's
Trust
go.
me.
Let's go do a walking tour of Butte, Montana. And it's a mining town. I'm not really sure what they're mining here, but you can see a strip mine over there. Maybe it's copper. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe, but they've got a big what do they call those things that take you down in the mine, take all equipment down the mine? They got one of those, and they've got several up here along the top. It's a beautiful town. I don't know if you can see up there. Let's see if we can zoom in here. And there is some kind of statue. I just can't remember where it is. It's either here. There's something white up here on the side of the mountain. I'm not really sure. It's been 5 years since I've been here, and all kinds of old mining stuff. I think this stuff up here is like a museum kind of thing. But this is the brewery, and you can see the boys' bikes out here. We've been hammering down today, try to get out of the weather. It was cold and wet. And then cross over that pass over here, coming from Bozeman area, and then poof. I mean, as soon as we get to the top, it's like blue skies as far as you can see instead of gray. It's been gray the last couple of days and a little cold, a little wet, and then we rode through it for a couple of hours, and then we're out here, and it's beautiful, as you can see. And there's more beauty right inside the fence, and I'll show you that here in a second. I've got to be discreet about it because nobody wants to be me, right? And I talk really loud and my voice carries, but I hope y'all enjoy that. Just a quick tour.
61 and sunny as heck.
It's not 61. There's
That's
no
what
way.
it says.
There's no way it's 61.
Weather.com.
No way.
It
Maybe
feels
up
more
on the
like
mountains.
68, 74, what I'd say. I'd
Yeah.
say 74.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Sun
Don't
makes
make
it
me
feel
prove
warmer.
it. Take my watch off.
Yeah, you can do it. I never trust weather.com.
Yeah. Carrie's spot. Used to live in Villarica, Georgia. Adventures. Let me see the view outside the patio.
That was Gary.
Looks cool. Haven't been in Butte in a long time. Yeah, I like Butte, man. I mean, I guess we could probably figure out a way to hang out here. I don't know. Maybe somebody with a computer can get on there and say, "Oh, there's a spot right outside of town. You hit the forest road and you go up top." And
It's perfect.
it's getting kind of shaky. Sorry, but the wind's kind of kicking up the camera. How's the audio? Is it any good? Anybody?
Yeah, you never talked about a microphone, but it hadn't seemed to be bad since. So.
Well, a lot of times when you're live streaming, people are much more forgiving.
They understand.
If you're videotaping and you make a video and there's wind noise, they come on fucking glue. They're like, audio, blah, blah,
I'd
blah."
say that's probably right, because that's the way I feel about it when I watch y'all's live streams. I mean, I know there's going to be a blast of wind or...
Right. Mountain nature, sorry. Well, usually when we do live streams, there's any kind of wind, and I'm doing it on the phone. I've got a microphone, but I don't know how long I'm going to continue doing this. 17 people in there. Who all's here that hasn't chimed in? We need to update who's watching, who's joining us, and where are you from, and do you know where we are? Which is an interesting question because it just gave you a tour and told you where we are. Oh, and it says it in
In the title.
the title.
I had to guess, Don. I'd say you were in Butte, Montana.
Why would you guess that?
Maybe because I read it in the title.
Oh, okay. That's probably,
And I recognize the background.
Yeah, solo. I remember the Nashville thing, but that's how you do it. You tell everybody else this is how you do it. You say, "Hey, I'm from Nashville." Hit that like button. Yeah.
Nash
Motorhead,
Vegas.
thanks,
That's what we call it. Nash Vegas.
It's a big town.
Hey, my dad's from Nashville.
There's there's a lot to do in Nashville. And it's the home of the Grand Ole Opry, from what I remember.
It is a home of the Grand Ole Opry.
Didn't Elvis spend a lot of time in Nashville?
No, hell no, Memphis, man. I'm from
He was in
Memphis.
Memphis? Well, I mean, I
can't-
know he lives in Memphis, or lived in
He
Memphis.
did live in Memphis. But
Yeah,
yeah,
Graceland is.
did spend quite a bit of time in Nashville, from what I understand.
Yeah, he was on stage with all those country greats, right?
I don't know. Search YouTube and find out.
Well, let's see. What was the last video I published was that today?
It was yesterday, I think.
Got one coming out tomorrow. Yeah. No, wait a minute. I can't remember.
So don't ask me. I don't really know what you do. It's a mystery.
It was yesterday. Keith's monkey. Everybody watched the monkey video. I really like the monkey video. I like people talking about. I just got a pretty good interview with him yesterday, but it's going to be a couple of weeks before I put that out. And
Wise, all wise. Wise.
well, you told him. I just asked the question.
No, it was an avatar. I don't believe it.
Well, he's got an interesting story. Probably the most interesting story is that you ride like a bat out of hell on the most ridiculous machine that you could be in the woods on, and then show them the real, interesting thing about
Dun,
it.
dun. Here we go. We got that.
He rides like a bat out of hell, and
We got that.
he's got, I would call it most people would call it a normal disability, but it's kind of hard to tell. He limps a little bit, but other than that, and you haven't had that.
I don't limp on a bike.
You don't limp on the bike.
That's right.
Ride that like a bat out of hell. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, you limp, but I mean, if you covered up that thing, you'd never know that it was.
No, and I am wearing a riding boot on one side and my regular shoe on the other,
Right.
which causes a little bit of a limp.
Well,
so.
I've got a little bit of a limp, and I don't have a good excuse like you do. So.
I had a little bit of a limp before I had a good excuse.
But one of the most interesting things is you're a few weeks out, right?
March 3rd when my
March
goodbye
3rd.
time went.
Oh, and here's probably the most interesting thing, Gary. This guy was going to join us in Tellico Plains, except he was hit by a truck and took his leg off. So
Didn't make it.
It kind of impaired his movement because I don't think they'd even replaced your leg yet.
No.
Right? No attachment, no nothing.
No, nothing.
So yeah, this guy would have been in Tellico with us had he not lost his leg.
It was the plan, which is why yours and Carl's and Gary's double dog dare got me out here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
That's the other interesting
Ow!
thing.
Twist my arm.
That was
Stop.
the other interesting
Stop.
thing. We got this guy to come out because we all double dog dared him in a live stream. So
Fact.
tried to get Keith to ride the monkey down Main Street along with all the Harleys. He didn't take the dare. Why?
Why?
Why? He's bolder than that. I mean, he rides it. Yeah, I would totally do that. I would ride his monkey if I was out there. I would ride his monkey with. Y'all found some short shorts for me to wear. And
What's for dinner?
And a pride flag. I'd
I
wear.
may
it
be
out there.
thinking of pizza from here.
Right, my father-in-law lost his left.
What's
I don't
up,
know how I
Spaz?
dealt with.
Looks like you were having a good time in your shorts I've been watching.
Damn, what's for dinner? What's up, fellow humans? Hey, it's the fellow human. Damn, how many people are out there that I know? That's the question. It's Brian. It's Spaz and Gary. It's Keith and Ben's.
Kind of know my dad, I guess, to me. So that's my dad.
Your dad's not Sturgis, is he?
He's not Sturgis, though. No. He's not
That's what I'm asking. How
I don't know.
How many
I'd have
people
to
in
ask him, but I
Sturgis?
doubt it.
All the people.
Oh no, they're like.
So if you missed the earlier comment, we're coming out of the rain into the sunshine over here over the pass, and we're passing, I don't know, what do we pass? Maybe 50,
What's up,
100.
Spaz? Road's treating me pretty good.
So far, so good. We're passing all these motorcycles coming into Butte, and that's going to be the next video. Is we're passing these guys, and I'm gonna put little captions as they're passing by, going, "Hey, you're going the wrong way! Hey, wait, you guys are going the wrong way!" And I'm like, "No, you're going to the cold rain, going towards Sturgis, and we're going the other way."
Hey, I'm fixing go to the bathroom, you might want to turn the camera around because Spaz is there and see as I walk away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do him a favor. I'll be right back. You want another one?
Sure.
What you want?
That one was good.
All right.
But we're the same. We're both like, we
Oops.
want
Oops, I'm sorry. I want to see you at Evil Knievel Grave. Is that you, Brian, or is that your wife? Me and Spaz Tech are in Hill City. Yeah, Richard's hanging in there. He's doing very well, despite his modification. All the people. Yeah, I think that's it. It's 74 degrees here in Butte, Montana, and we're heading west. It's probably going to be better. Probably what's going to happen is we're going to try to skirt the weather. That's usually, for me, that's the best way to have fun is like if it's always nice and cool. Nice and dry is good, but I don't know that we're going to be able to get nice and dry. How's the weather there in Sturgis? Last report I got was 100 and rain, I think. Me and Spaz Tech are in Hill City. I don't know where Hill City is. It's me. You can ride right to his headstone. Yeah, that we were just talking about that. We were just talking because Twin Falls is on the way. That's where he is, right? Twin Falls? I don't know. We haven't done any research. We've just kind of been avoiding the weather as much as we can, just riding when it was not freezing and pouring down rain. 70 and partly cloudy. Oh, that's much better. Yeah, I think it's about 74 to here, and you can see it's kind of partly cloudy. I don't know if you can see that or not. Oh yeah, it's nice. I'm sitting in the sun and I'm not complaining, so I may have to move this table a little bit. Let me see if I can adjust this umbrella. Be right back.
Thanks for the umbrella, heads up.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks, does it? Or does it?
Everywhere we go, we're like, puppy!
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Is he trained to be a bird dog? We wanted a GSD for the longest time. Like, I do not have the to train.
What's the lake behind me? I don't know. I don't see a lake.
I feel like a lot of like you're like bird contingent on the bear spotting.
I don't see a lake. All I see is reflections off of rooftops. Sorry. I do not see a lake. 73, lake behind you. I don't see a lake. Moderate most of the time, very little rain, about 74 degrees in Hill City.
Green Monster,
look.
also known as the number 2.
It's the number 2.
In the number 1.
What'd you get? You got something hazy.
I want to go back to the old number 1. Which both of them are very good, actually. They're both kind of hoppy, which I like.
I'll turn the camera shortly before you got here.
But I do
Oh yeah, I don't know about the grave, but I do want to see the launch site. Are you talking about the grave here? Is he buried here in Butte? Do not dare us.
He double dog dared you.
We're
It's
very
on.
susceptible.
Sorry.
Find out where the grave is.
Let's see. Gotta get down here.
Find out where the grave is. Yeah, if it's in Butte or anywhere around here.
My
It's not a problem. I like Butte. I really like Butte. Triple dog. Okay, Terry K, what's up?
I think that's a full-on, you gotta go there type deal. Evil
You gotta go
grave.
there. Yeah.
Alright, here we go.
Where are you from, Terry K? I don't know you.
He's in the Mountain View Cemetery in Butte, Montana. So
Well,
he's here.
that can't be very far away.
We'll figure
Usually
it out.
they don't put those on the other sides of river crossings typically.
Correct. So I think we'll be good.
I think we'll be okay. Yeah.
If it's a shallow river,
We're done. We're done. And if they have internet, we may actually live stream from there. So.
Across Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin, what's up? Any plans to head out west this summer? Because I'm out here till end of October. That's what I'm telling everybody anyway. So far, the money's kind of holding out. And you're out here for another week, maybe?
Yep.
Till his boss says, if you
Get
don't
your
come
ass
back, you're fired. Which is, that's a pretty good threat.
Could be sooner or later. I'm not real sure.
You guys better call a cab. Why would we call a cab?
No, we're good.
That much, yeah.
I'm 100% good.
We're professional drinkers, if y'all don't know. Well, I am. You're kind of. You've got the genes for it.
I got the genes for it. Thanks, Pop.
But do you have the experience? Let me see your resume. Your drinking resume. Let's see that real quick.
Come on, resume. I
You have a resume?
I shall resume.
Let's see. You guys better call a cab. Just go to the cemetery. You can write right to the grave. I don't know what that. You can ride to the grave. Yeah, ride right to the grave.
That's done. Hey, that's a good double dog there seems to get me to do most anything. But a triple dog there, and I'm in the city. 200
bones. Evil broke 200 bones, and I remember him talking about it. And he broke several of them several times. So, oh yes, love it out west, Wyoming, Montana.
You're just a little bit older than me. Did you ever have the wind-up Evel Knievel toys, like the motorcycle?
I did.
I had the Snake Canyon. I had the
Brian
Rocket.
Brian has the black version. Still in the box, I think, something like that. It's like a special version.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it is. Brian, maybe you can elaborate on that.
Rip that thing out and it'd take a zing.
I can't remember what's so special about it, but it's still in the box, I think.
Now they got Game Boys. Wow.
Yeah. What's up, Carl? Drank beer sitting on my bike at the gravestone. Yeah, of course you're cooler than we are, Brian. We know that. We
know what to do, Brian. So
I watched about half your video this morning. It looked like that's pretty cool. I'm a little bit jealous of what you guys are doing out there. Just a little bit. Not enough to come that way, but yeah. What kind of beer are we drinking? This is the Green Monster IPA.
Green Monster. It's Butte. And
it's
7.1. Number 1.
Yes, this is 7.1%, which is probably over my limit. But
we don't discuss that on.
Yeah,
we don't discuss that on video.
38 and still a semi-pro. That's okay. You can catch up, Motorhead. Once had hang on a second. Once had an Indian guy ask me for my resume.
My resume.
I once had a census taker try to test me, and I ate his liver with some baba beans. Angry Orchard apple cider beer is good but strong. Cider is not beer. Sorry. I mean, cider's good. Nothing wrong with it, but it's cider. It's kind of like Merlot is a good beer. It's not. It's a wine, and it's not even a good
Merlot. Merlot.
Merlot.
You talking about Merlot?
Yeah, cider, wine, beer, liquor. Yeah, apple cider is not a beer. Children.
But it has a good taste.
I've had some good cider.
There's a couple of cider breweries.
I have seen quite a few. Out here where they grow apples, I guess it's a whole lot more convenient.
We're stopping at the next cider brewery.
Yeah, well, I'll have some cider.
I'll try.
Oh, hey.
Whoa, that was a heck of a wind.
The wind's trying to take our beer.
and our awning.
I'm okay with cranking the thing up. We don't need a sail.
Push the button.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
Puts the lotion on its skin.
Had the whole RV set up. I'm not sure what that means, Solo. I'm not sure what that means, Solo. What do you mean you had the whole RV set up? The guy on the left is funny. The guy on the left. I think Terry's talking about me.
Hey, I'm trying to be serious.
Welcome, Terry. The guy on the right is catching up. Anyone from Memphis can drink, trust me. Yeah? The location, the live streams are fabulous. I'm trying to make everybody proud. I'm trying to give everybody an experience, and you know, it's kind of the part of the sharing thing. I can live stream from the library, but that's not very exceptional. There's
And
been
they
a
don't
couple
let
of
you drink
spots. It's
beer
like we got
at the library.
Yeah. Well, they frown on it. And if we did drink, which Gary and I have,
Incognito.
props, Gary. Yeah, we're drinking out of a cup at the library, and you know, talking about it, but you can't really see the beer, so.
Turn the camera around.
Aw, the lovely ladies are leaving. There's
Bye. Y'all have a good day.
now. What are we gonna film? It's just two ugly guys. It's like everybody's gonna leave
Are you
now.
guys on a bike trip?
Yep.
Just through the U.S. or?
Yep.
Hey, how do you like Montana?
Love
Alabama.
Montana.
I'm from Alabama. He's from
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Couldn't tell.
You can't?
I mean, I
What's your favorite state so far?
Montana.
Montana's up
Right
there.
answer.
Montana.
Right
Extend your
answer.
trip to Canada.
Yeah, go to Canada.
Yeah, go to Canada. We're from Alberta.
They won't let us in.
Hey,
You ladies have a great day.
yeah, you too.
Thank
See
you.
y'all.
Cheers, guys.
See y'all. Okay, I'm thinking everybody's gonna leave now. Like, oh man, the ladies are gone. Crap. I was hoping.
That's okay.
So that is a really good example of locations. I try to give everybody that's watching the live streams a little bit of reward. So a lot of times it's like mountains in the background, or something's in the background, a creek's in the background, something to spice things up. But this time it was beautiful women, and now they're all
And you
gone.
gave them credit for being Montana women, and they were actually from Alberta, Canada.
Well, one of them
So
was
now
from
we
here.
have-
One of them was from here. The one that was the beautiful one that turned right
beautiful
here.
one.
She was perfect, and she said, "I'm from Montana," and everybody was like, "I don't want to misrepresent." You heard that on camera.
I did.
I don't want to
It-
misrepresent and say,
They were
all these
Montana
beautiful-
women.
all
But
these-
evidently, Alberta's pretty cool, too.
yeah. Well, that's pretty revealing, though. It's like, I would love to go to Canada. I love Canada, except they won't let me in.
Exactly.
Anyway, locations and yeah, thanks Charles, man. Never been out that way. Well, just incentive to get out here. I think cider gives me a wicked hangover. It's the sugar. Somebody taught me that a long time ago. It's the more sugar you put in your drinks, the worse your hangover is, and I believe that because I've tried it. I started drinking vodka straight instead of mixing it with those sugary shit. It's like all of a sudden my hangovers went away.
Whiskey and water.
Yeah.
And why mix it with the crap?
Carl, itchy and annoying. What does that mean? Spaz, they're going to fly away.
I think they might probably talk about the little birds that just left.
Motorhead. How are the holes? Holes. Spaz, they're going to fly away. Evil Knievel RV setup. Oh, yeah, that's right. Solo. I remember now. I didn't have that much money, and my parents obviously didn't have that much money. But yeah, there was a little rig that you could, I think it was like a rig. You could pull your motorcycle out of the back, put it on the ramp, spin it up, beep. So yeah, no.
You talk about the Evil Knievel stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, there absolutely was. I had
That's
the
what he
RV.
was saying. I
I had
didn't
the
know.
whole setup.
I
Actually,
didn't know.
my cousin had the cool part. I just had the motorcycle and the.
Okay, so
And I did have the
you
rocket
can't-
ship.
You come from money then. Is
No,
Pop
I
still on
guess
there?
my
Your
cousin came for money because I stole his RV, but he had the whole RV set up. It had the extra uniform and all that good stuff in
That's
it.
funny.
I just remember ripping it and let it go down the hallway and hit the ramp.
It wheelied.
It
And then
wheelied.
whatever it hit, it bounced over and then it tumbled.
It
and
would
just
tumble
kept
and
on
keep
going.
on going. Centrifugal force.
I mean, that's kind
What
of
a
how I
concept.
ride too. I tumble and I just keep going.
If you throttle up,
You
get that wheel
throttle
spin.
out, and you just stay on top. You don't fall off, and then when you bounce, you just keep going
Yeah.
because it's.
I wish you had caught me wheeling up out of there. That was fun.
That
Might have been fun watching.
That would
let
have
me
been
tell
so freaking epic.
you, it was so much better.
Oh no,
riding
I
the
was
motorcycle.
no, I saw all the air. You just felt it.
I just
saw
felt
it.
it.
I saw all the air underneath the Harley. Bloop, boom. And not just that, the fishtailing, and then the ramp up the. Oh, that
There's
was
not
so
much
evil.
traction on that.
That was
bike.
so evil, Knievel. Accidental apple cider yesterday, mixed up by the waitress. Well, you survived it. It's breezy. Yeah, it's a little breezy, but it's cool. It's a cool breeze. And of course,
Y'all have a nice day.
it's breezy there. Yeah. Such spaz. Looks like you're having fun, homie. Yeah, dude, we're totally letting it all hang out. Watch the other half, Don. What other half? Too sweet. She was not there, dude. They're all freaking honeys.
Montana, Alberta,
All freaking honeys.
Idaho.
Yeah, I hope y'all are jealous. I mean, they wouldn't let me film it, but I went to the bathroom and they all showed me their tits. I let
That's what took you so long.
A couple of them let me film
That's
them
what
up.
took you so long. I thought, man, it's taking it. That guy's pretty good in there, quick on the service, but
Northwest
Don's taking a
Photo,
long
taking
time.
it all in. Ran into John Joseph of the Crow Mags at some random ass stop. I don't know John Joseph and I don't know the Crow Mags. Got a good video out of it. Later, Charles. Later, man. Thanks for stopping by. Carl asked about my holes. Yeah. Stay away from Carl. Sounds like a good time. Well, stay safe and keep us updated. Stoked to see what's next. Yep, it's coming. Picture it didn't happen. Yeah. Oh, well, the weather's coming in. It's getting cold.
I do see a lot of clouds coming in.
Let me show y'all what's coming.
There's still blue skies on three sides. We're just firmly in the middle of the gray.
There it is. It's coming. Oh, it's raining over there. I don't know if y'all can see it over there.
Man, we're not going that way right now.
Yeah, we might just hang out. We may actually have to go inside.
They do have inside. And pizza.
That's so funny. What did I ask you earlier? It's like, what about the weather? And you said they do have inside.
Hey, they got inside.
It's gonna suck, but it's a bit better than being out here
They have inside.
on the outside with the weather. Yeah, it could suck a whole lot worse than this. This is a good stop.
I would like to go to Canada. The woman had a
I'm
good
dying.
suggestion.
I'm dying. I love
She's just not
Canada.
going to let me across the border.
I love Canada. I haven't been to the Northwest. I would love to cross over, like, what is it, Seattle? What's the little thing that you can actually walk across the border?
Oh, yeah? I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, where you can just step across. There's no checkpoint, right?
There's a
It's like a
couple
little
places-
park. They share a park. It's a big old park.
I don't know if it's true, but I've seen the videos. That's all I know.
Well, I've been. If we go straight north from here, we go up to Flathead. There's a road that goes all the way to the border. I went up to that one, except the bridge is out, and they never replaced the bridge. It's
Guess
pretty
you're not
cool.
crossing it there then, huh?
Well, I did. You just can't cross the river. So the border is, the 49th parallel is before the bridge. You just can't go further into Canada, but you can go into Canada. They've got cameras everywhere. I don't know why. I guess because you can swim across the river, but it's very interesting because you get up there, and there's a fence. Not a real fence, but it's it's got these I don't know, steel pylons that are painted silver. And it looks like somebody's put a few holes in them, but the American side has got, it looks like a freaking military base on their side, but it's got like a horse corral, and obviously you get up to the 49th parallel, you got the pylons that somebody's put dents in with a bullet, and you look left and right, and you can see they've cleared it out. There's no trees. It's a highway width wide, but it goes up, it just keeps going up the mountains, and it's really cool. And then on the other side of the border, and I stepped across just because, fuck Canada.
Put 1 foot in it, that's enough.
But there's a building right across the parallel, 50 yards. but it's unoccupied because there's no way the Canadians can get to it because the bridge is gone, right?
Right.
So it's kind of pointless. But it's, I don't know, it's 40 miles of dirt road to get there. It's kind of interesting just for that fact. Anyway, looks about right for Montana.
Afternoon. I swear, every time I'm out west here, it's like every afternoon. It doesn't matter what state I'm in.
3
There's gonna
o'clock,
be a
3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
here comes a storm. Just
It's 2
ride it
o'clock.
out, and
2
it'll be
o'clock.
gone, and then find a place to camp afterwards. And you'll be dry till about midnight.
Iron Mountain Road is fantastic. You'll probably need to do needles too, so have fun. It's fantastic. And it might be fun because you may be able to do more than 20 miles an hour. If you can do more than 20 miles an hour, Iron Mountain's fantastic. Stop by my old campsite, see where it's at. Double Dog Dare.
That's dangerous on the stream. It creates things.
What's true? What's true? NWM. Pretty tight on the Canadian border. Not that border. There's no Canadians on the other side. You can walk across. Nobody stopped me. There's nobody on the American side. I mean, there's probably somebody monitoring those videos. Maybe snatched me on the way out, but I was like, hey, what are you gonna do? Hey, and I didn't get arrested. So maybe there's a warrant.
How often do you get a room?
Never. I never get a room.
I have to be fair. I left home. I did 1,099 miles straight, and I ended up at one of my favorite motels in the nation, so I stayed there. But other than that, none.
Well, I will tell you the last time I stayed with somebody was, and that's what I do. That's the modification. I'm on a low budget motorcycle camping adventure, so I can't really afford to stay out 6 months and have a room once a week. I can't
$60,
do that.
$70 a night.
Yeah.
That adds up.
So here's where my budget goes for. It's fuel and this.
$70
tires.
worth of beer.
Yeah, think about that. That's a lot of beer.
Huh.
And
I sleep in a hammock.
but let me go back and qualify what I just said. I don't get rooms, but I stayed with Keith 3-4 nights outside of Illinois. But I probably could have done without that. It's nice. It's very nice to stay with friends. On the way back, I stayed another night, and then on the way west, I almost broke my cable in Iowa, and the day before, I think, I had one of my viewers say, hey, stop by my place, I'm up here. And I'm basically asking him, where do I go in the state? I want to slow down and watch and see Iowa. I want to see some of the stuff. And he gave me some tips, and Keith gave me some tips. So I zigzagged, and I got down to one of the tip towns, and I could feel my cable about to break, and I'm like, uh-oh. So I kind of beelined it to his house overnight, replaced the cable while I was there. I think I spent 3 nights at his place, but we had a good time, drank beer and ate food. Anyway, and then Casper, I was hoping to hang out with Garrett in Casper because I was going by to interview him. And he's like, man, it's not my place. I can't have you at my place because I don't have a place. I think he was at his girlfriend's or one of his bud's house. I was like, okay, I was expecting to stay at your place for some reason because we kind of talked about it, but I never said, hey, can I stay at your place? So it's cold and wet, and I'm running from the cold and wet. So that's the only night that I've had a bunker biker on my trip. But yeah, I guess that's the same as a room. But yeah, so the exception would be if I'm soaking wet, all my gear is wet, I got wet in some kind of fluke storm, or I did something stupid and let rain get in my sleep system. I would get a hotel, but that might cut a few days off my trip. So that's why I don't do it.
A few of those.
Yeah, it would cut a lot of these off my trip. So, and usually it's, oh shit, I'm soaking wet, my gear's wet, I'm freezing, hypothermia.
And it's
No,
not going to get warmer.
I'm not that proud. I've got enough money for a hotel. It's just the more hotels, the more I collapse and turn into a pussy.
The shorter the time gets.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's as honest as I could be. It's like, it's a pride thing too. It's like, man, I'm out here in the wilderness. I'm trying to figure it out still. Although that was part of my deal in 2020. The 2-month motorcycle camping experiment, it was 2 months. And the two guys that I wound up riding with for about a week, a little over a week each, they both wanted to get hotels, and I'm like, I'm not the hotel guy, man. You're hanging with the wrong guy. If you want a hotel, go get you a hotel and catch back up with me. But I'm not going to a hotel. So both of them were beat. They were both to the point where it's like, let's get a hotel. I'm like, nah, I'm good. So yeah, I don't think it's outside the norm. I think that's kind of normal, but it's also a point of pride with me. So anyway.
Sometimes you do need a shower though.
Well, that's a completely separate issue for me.
Yeah. And, you know, usually if I'm out traveling, it's like maybe once a week or so, every 10 days or so, I'll catch a room somewhere. If I can get one of those cheap, seedy places, it doesn't cost me too much.
So TW, the Haven Rocks, the weak point, just like every other thing that you blow air into, is the mattress. So the weak point is the mattress. I'm on my third mattress now. I had a failure on the way up to Chicago. And I called Derek on the phone. I was like, hey man, this mattress, man, what's the fucking deal? And he's like, well, which one do you want? I was like, man, okay, they all leak apparently, and it may take a week or so, but it's about a 4-hour leak down apparently. I mean, that's from everybody I've talked to. There's a lot of my friends have them, but after a week or two of living in them, which is what I've been doing, so full disclosure, they all leak. Apparently, all mattresses leak except this new $400 thing from Thermarest. But I want to talk to those people. I want to talk to the Thermarest.
$400.
$400. $400 for a mattress that doesn't leak.
I'm not opposed to it.
I would do it. I would do it,
but I gotta know it's gonna.
Well, that's my thing.
I gotta know.
And not just that. It better
And
have
weight.
it
Weight's
better have
an
a
issue.
10-year warranty if it's $400. It better have 10-year warranty, and
I
I
don't need
better
a
have
patch.
next day shipping to wherever I am.
Don't need a patch kit.
But yeah, so the thing that you need to know about the Haven is I have been sleeping in the Haven the first week and a half. I was in my war bonnet. He's actually got a war bonnet too, which is kind of cool. Week and a half. But ever since then, except one night, I have been in that Haven, and I sleep like a baby. I go to bed at 10 o'clock at night and wake up at 8 sometimes, maybe 9 sometimes. But yeah, I sleep like a baby. And my bladder is full of piss, and I got to get up, except it's like everything else is like, okay, yeah, I'm not real comfortable. I'll get up and piss, but I sleep right through my piss. I don't piss in my pants, but, yeah.
I do
The
like
Haven.
the war bonnet. You know,
The war bonnet
I've
is
slept in it so many
fantastic.
nights. I can't complain about it. But
Fantastic.
I keep looking at that Haven and I go, the only drawback for me is if the mattress can go flat, which every high dollar mattress I've ever bought has been at some point in time gone low.
Sucks. It sucks.
I'm like, man, it really sucks. And then it looks to me like in that case, it really is an integral part of the suspension.
It is. Well, it's 95% of the comfort. So if you don't know the Haven, it's like sleeping in your bed at home. It's
I
that
like the way it
comfortable.
looked. I mean, I have some issues with the weight, but
Well, it's heavy, it's bulky,
I
it's
don't have to carry a
expensive.
tent.
It's heavy, it's bulky, it's expensive, but you can double it as a tent.
I have an
Well,
expensive
that's-
tent and an expensive hammock.
Well,
so.
that's my trip in 2020. I carried the war bonnet like you're sleeping in now, and a big ass war bonnet tarp, and my tent for those times when I didn't have a tree or something failed or something like that. So yeah, but everything. We've been talking about this a lot. You exchange something for this.
Trade-off.
Like motorcycles.
Everything's a
Yeah,
trade-off.
everything's a trade-off. So you can't. There's no such thing as a perfect motorcycle. You're trading off traction and suspension for that comfort on the long haul.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which
And you know very well that we both could have made it up to the top of that mountain yesterday on the appropriate bike, but neither of us were on the appropriate bike.
tires are a big part.
Tires, suspension, agility, all those things. Like the trade-off is like we're both on basically what street bikes. I got better tires than he's got, but we're both basically on street bikes. Mine's a little bit better off-road, but yeah, it's a trade-off. You're always trading comfort
Compromise.
for it's a compromise. So everything's a compromise. So anyway, It's getting cold out here, and it's about to. Yeah, life is a trade-off. Washington State. Yeah, I love the Heaven, and every time I talk bad about it, I kind of wanna say, hey, look, it's not perfect, but my God, if you slept in one, you would probably be figuring out how
No,
do
absolutely.
you would easily ditch the tent, and you'd probably do like I do and carry that damn war bonnet.
I
Because I've
would.
got the war bonnet on my bike. I've
I've-
been carrying it the whole time.
The war bonnet, you know,
That
I
packs
carry
up this
two
small.
hammocks. I always carry the war bonnet, and I've got my relaxing hammock. You know, the war bonnet, you can zip it off, and
Keep them entertained while I go to the can.
Not a problem.
We'll figure out if we're going to continue this live stream. See, I'll come up with some comments or some questions.
oh, you have to give some comments in, because when he comes back, you want to kill it. But so how you have to get up during the night and blow it up? So you have to get up during the night and blow it up. No different than home, I guess. It's usually I try to take care of that before I go to bed, but. 10 people. Wow. I wonder who's here. Well, I don't see any blue sky above us anymore. Just off in the distance. Probably gonna rain here in a minute. But got a sunshade, also a wind shade, and a rain shade, and then inside. So camp a lot growing up, but new to moto camping. I was wondering about the helmet you had. Does it store up real small? Does it store up real small? It does on my head. It's the same size as a long one. So if you don't mind me asking, how did you lose your leg, Richard? You want to guess? Going up on this can. Does it pack up real small? It packs up real small when I don't wear it. You know, some states require it, some states don't. I do bungee cord it occasionally. On this trip, I've been wearing it because I'm trying to get along, go along. But yes, it does pack up real small, and I also have a half shell that I wear occasionally, and it packs up much smaller. And then I do know that. How did I lose my leg? Well, I gave you a moment to guess, but I lost a lot of weight so I wouldn't catch diabetes and lose my leg. And then I lost it in a motorcycle wreck. That's how I lost my leg, in a motorcycle wreck. Solomon Wood. Oh, yes, the hammock. My hammock packs up very small. You'll have to ask Don about his hammock. I think the Haven is a little bit bulkier, but it eliminates the reason to have both a hammock and a tent. So he's able to use that as a tent and both the hammock with a pole. And otherwise, you have to carry a hammock and a tent like I did. Well, Solon, I didn't spend near as much time as a hospital as you did, but you got to keep your leg and I didn't. I was in a bad car. I understand that one, so I'm glad you got to keep yours. And leg, I think Vanderbilt's a pretty good hospital too, so they probably did all they could do to keep it for you.
How did you describe your Butte.
I did ask a question before I get away from it. If you roll back, asking about how the packing up of your tent, your hammock.
I did a comparison between not only our
Both the ones I'm using and the ones you're using.
we've had a war bonnet. I've had a war bonnet hammock for 12, 13 years now, and I love it.
4 or
It's awesome.
5.
So yeah, so we're both big fans of the war bonnet, but I did a review of a comparison side by side. Basically, dropped three hammocks on the table: the war bonnet, the Haven XL, which is the first one that I had, and then the new Safari. And they grow in size. So, but also it's like, okay,
Capability.
if you're camping in the summer, there's a big difference. If you're camping any other time, like right now out here, it's summer, but it's also cold as shit. So you got to have something else. You got to have a pad or something to go with the war bonnet, or you got to have an underquilt like I've got. So when you start adding stuff to compensate for weather, it kind of almost evens out. So and the biggest thing is like, okay, well, the war bonnet doesn't double as a tent. So you got to carry a tent if you don't have trees or you're on the ground, which means you got to have a ground pad or something. So it's kind of doesn't make as big a difference if you're traveling all over the place. If you're in one place, if you're traveling in your state, and you know that there's
Overnight
no
trip.
deserts. Yeah, there's no deserts. There's no places without trees, and
You're gonna find trees.
War bonnet's fine, and it's never gonna get down below 65 degrees, which is kind of the freeze your ass off point if you're in a hammock with no insulation. You don't have
CBS, cold butt syndrome.
yeah, it's the first time I figured that out. I was a relatively new hammock camper, and I went up to Yellowstone. That was the first time I actually got out of the hot weather, and it went down. I think it was like 37 degrees that night, and I could not get warm, and I had to pack everything up and go to the freaking washateria in Yellowstone, or frozen to death. So. Yeah, but there's so much information out there about hammocks, and it's not something, tent camping is freaking easy. As long as you got that soft, grassy little moundy spot.
Which isn't always there.
That's why both of us started hanging, right? Because it was like I'm sick and tired of, I want to go until I find a nice spot to camp. And that is not always the nice grassy knoll that you need to camp in a tent. So, and that's very, very typical for motorcycle campers. It's very typical for hikers that hike until they get tired and they go, there's a slope. There might be a grassy spot, but how am I going to sleep on the slope? I could put my tent up here, but I'm going to roll down the hill. Hammock eliminates all those problems. All you got to have is 2 trees relatively close together. We're getting rained down. I guess we should probably roll inside.
We could roll inside. Found your YouTube channel from the stealth camping post you did. Same way I did.
Very cool.
I think it was a schoolie first, but it came to the stealth.
Well, I get a lot of stealth camping folks. That's very cool. I always appreciate people telling me how they found me, because it's like, okay, well, the stealth camping's working. That's why I label a lot of stuff that's I'm camping. I'm not really stealthing. But a lot of times I am, I'm just off in the woods, and, I'm not trying to hide from the government or anything like that, but some people get mad. But yeah, it's like, hey, look, if you like stealth camping, I do a lot of that, so I'm glad you found me, man. 55-year-old man, been looking. Richard is in ordering us a pizza because we probably need to get something on our stomach. Yeah, Motorhead. Hate to disappoint everybody, but yeah, I wasn't watching the battery. Yeah, it sucks the battery down pretty quickly. I got a 2-day phone. It's a Motorola G2 Power, whatever. It's unlike most phones that if you use them all day long, they'll last 18, 20 hours, but I use mine all the time, and it lasts 2 days. So. But it was about half charged when I got on the bike, and I don't know. Here we are.